Hey, how you doing, guys? It's Richie. Grendel War Child, number 5 and number 6. This is the third video now I've done for this series. Matt Wagner, Grendel series, which is absolutely fantastic. So no more Simon Bisley covers. Excuse me. We switch over now to Matt Wagner painted covers. And they're great, too. Really cool looking cover. So, let's open it up, see what's going on. All right, so they're traveling. Devil on the Veldt. Matt Wagner, Patrick McCone. Wagner's inking it, and that's why it looks so much like his artwork. I'm sure he's real heavy-handed. Inking assists by Monty Sheldon. Basically the same team. So they're cruising around, and he's got the kid. Now the kid's tired. He's hungry. He's getting beat up from traveling, and Grendel Prime is low on energy. So they're in the jungle. And we go back to the Madame Grendel here, and she's slowly but surely starting to lose her mind. She's just not acting right. Stress is getting to her. She doesn't really want to be doing this. She was used to living a life of comfort probably when Grendel Khan was alive. But she's got her, I guess his name is Heath. He's scheming behind the scenes to just take over. So they're in the jungle, and Prime is looking for water. And somebody's poisoning the water on him. He gives the kid some water. He passes out, and Prime passes out. He's like, oh, no. Poof, he passes out. So somebody sent the Madame Grendel, the Madame Khan, or whatever her name is, whatever they call her, a bomb. So it blows up. Nobody gets hurt, but it's like all feces and garbage. No shrapnel. So I don't think someone was trying to kill her. I think they're just trying to send her a message. Finally, Prime wakes up. And there's he's hallucinating or dreaming. And the kid's messing with a snake, but it's just a hallucination. He wakes up. And these African guys are Grendel. So, greetings, I'm Abu Nelson, leader of the local clan. With Orion's sword, the hunter arose and conquered the world with fury and grace. In him I was born. In him I shall die. I shall lose my name, station, and face. That's what I guess that's how they recognize each other, through that saying. So the kid's outside. He's rested. He's healed. They're doing good. These people are taking care of him. They're not trying to harm him. He says, how long have I been out? 2 weeks he's been down. You took longer than the boy to get over a relatively gentle tranquilizer. He says, I was exhausted, delirious, or would have filtered the water first. And so we examined you as best we could. I was a nuclear slave before the great Khan came. You're no ordinary kidnapper, and that boy is no ordinary hostage. I guess that's what they thought he was at first. He was a kidnapper, so they stepped in. But he explains it to him, what's going on. As I said, I remember my life before the rule of Khan. This guy's very grateful for Grendel Khan. Life is much better under his rule. So they help him out. They charge him up. And without Grendel, they go on their way. So him and the kid are looking through like the local bazaar, going shopping. It just says, speak to no one while you're here. We need to stock some provisions. So they're going to stock up. But as always, there's some scummy guy looking to turn him in for a few bucks. And sure enough, that's what he does. He calls up, what's his name over here? He's keeping it secret from her that the kid's still alive. She still believes the kid's dead. So he's a schemer, and he's working behind the scenes to take over. And here they are in the jungle. What a great panel right there. That's excellent. That cheetah looks great. And even this looks really good. The expression on the kid's face, he's happy, he's rested. He's enjoying the wildlife. That's a great panel. Might have to make that the thumbnail. So she's behind a stack of paperwork, and all the clans are getting antsy. There's no good leadership, so they're going to start killing each other soon. And she's cracking under the pressure. She's on the phone with her daughter, and the daughter doesn't want to be bothered. She's fallen in love with this girl, so the soap opera continues. And sure enough, while they're traveling through the jungle, more Grendel guards are sent out, and they almost have him. He says, "Sir, they maintain their lead." I said, "No, you'll only lose them. Get to the nearest village and find a drum modem. I know of a certain hill clan looking to gain some imperial favor." So they're trying to cut through the woods, or the jungle rather, and here come the arrows. He locks the kid away, and he gets through there. Then now here they come on foot. So the lightsaber comes out. Another great panel. Yeah, this is a fantastic cartoon. I love it, man. What a classic this is. And nobody really talks about it. But this series right here was just great. I remember when it came out, I couldn't wait month to month, man. The covers blew me away. I just loved the story. This is going back now. 92, man. Time is flying. So they're fighting. And the leader says, "Enough. You're a mighty warrior and not worth any more of my own men. But here's one that might not let you go." And it's like a Grendel gorilla. Look at this maniac. He's frothing at the mouth. This guy thinks he's slick and funny. They don't realize that Grendel Prime is like more machine than he is man. So here comes the gorilla, and he bumps him and pounds him out. Wham, 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 wham. Great panel. Great sequence right here. Like definitely showing that motion. Perfect. And he cracks him in the ears. Claps his ears. And he's about to kill him, but he just let him go on his way. And the leader of this clan is, "Run as far as you can, Grendelman. Soon the whole world gonna know you really alive. Ha 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 ha." Another great issue. All right. Number 6. Beautiful cover. What is this? This is like a ape off of a famous painting. I can't remember which one. That looks so good, though. Nice black cover. All right. So here they are again. Chapter 46 in the Grendel Saga. Their kids, now he's got to be in a, what do you call that? One of them toxic suits or whatever you call that. And he's bringing them into this place. It's like a ruins. And so they're going to investigate, see what's in there. The Grendel, the Khan's wife, and this traitor, piece of garbage, they're going on TV. Back over here. Here's it. That's really nice. Very, very nice. So I think they're out of power, so Grendel Prime is dragging the scooter. They're trying to find something to power it back up. Stay down in your seat until I call you. So he drops a grenade down the well. He's trying to figure out what's going on down there. He said, okay, you can get out now, but stay close. The nuclear winter has left my powers levels quite low, but we need more water to make it through the hot zone. So the kid's chilling out while he's looking around, and all of a sudden this guy is like, little boy, come and play. Catch me if you can. And he runs, and the stupid kid runs after him. Can't be good. You'd think the kid would learn by now not to mess with any strangers. But off he goes. So back to the trader, and he's acting treacherous. Back to the kid. This looks very Mike Mignola-ish right here to me. So the kid's following him. He says, you're such a slowpoke. It's a silly suit you got on. I'm glad you finally caught me. I can't stay outside very long, you know. My skin just can't take it. And then look at him. Transforms into some vampiric beast. So now the kid hauls off running, and the monster's coming after him. And the kid's crying, man. He thinks he's about to die. And sure enough, there's Grendel Prime. To the rescue. He says, come on, we must hurry. As I said, the radiation makes me weak. And now we're even underground. All right, back to the Grendel Khan's wife's daughter. And they're training him in the bodyguard. And they're talking blah, blah, blah. And they're sawing it together. They're starting to fall in love. And they steal his bike. They take off with his bike. So he comes running after him. They find some water. And he can summon the bike, but it's not responding. But he could trace where it is. So they're looking for the bike. He says, underground again. And he gives the kid a gun. He says, my power is dangerously low. Kill anything that gets near you. Shoot at its head or right below that. We are here. And then you hear the stench, the acidic stench of steel and plastic technology, infectious, cancerous, the source of all our pain. And then it shows all these creepy creature guys, vampiric beasts. And of course they're plotting to kill all humans. And Grendel stumbles upon them. He cuts their technician in half. Viewer one's over here, and pop him like a boil. And the kid blows his head off. Good job, kid. So now they're fighting amongst mutated vampires, I guess they are. And here we go with the Miss Grendel Khan just killed one of her servants, shot him. Or whatever she used. And he's starting to say, you know, you need a break. You got to get out of here. He's starting to think the best way to get rid of her is to like give her a long vacation somewhere, tell her she's in danger. So they capture Grendel. Wait a second. I didn't see him get... Oh, yeah. They got him over here. After he cut the guy in half, he's low on energy. Otherwise, he'd be tearing that place apart. So they got him in this little pit here. And they're doing some type of ritual, and they're about to, like, crush his head with a rock. They're going to kill him, but they're going to turn the boy into one of them. Some kind of mutated vampiric monster. And boom, boom, they start getting shot. And here comes this band of, I believe they're Grendels also. And they fight it out, and they take out most of the vampires. The ones they don't kill are running away. It's great storytelling. Grendel's beating one of them up. Kicks one in the face. We must get the bike. Hurry, I'm too weak to boom. So the guys that kill the vampire knock him out. And that's how issue number 6 ends. So, more great stories. T2, the arcade game. Great covers, Matt Wagner. I like that. It's funny, that Terminator 2 video game. I remember when I went to go see Terminator 2 in the movies. Unrelated story. I'm standing in line, me and my buddy. And back then, we would always smoke joints before we would go to the movies. And we're standing in line. There's like 3 or 4 kids, young boys in front of us. Probably 10, 11 years old, 12 at the most. And it's rated R. So the kids go up to the counter and they say, hey, can we get 4 tickets? And this guy behind the counter was just so proud to be like nasty to them. And he said, well, where's your guardian? You can't go in. You don't have a guardian. And I saw the mother drop them off and leave. So I was like standing behind him. I'm saying, look at this guy, man. He's like reveling and ruining these kids' day. So I said, I'm the guardian. And the guy was like, you sure you're going to take responsibility for that? And I said, of course I will. And the kid goes to pay. He says, no, you got to give the money to him. So they had to give the money to me, to give to the guy, to thwart his plan. But it just memory just hopped into my head seeing that Terminator 2. And the kids were so grateful, man. It was like my good deed for the year. So anyway, Grendel 5, Grendel 6. Excellent. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.